Okay. Brain, what's on the docket for today?
Alright, listen up, you big queer. I've got an idea. You're gonna love it. Alright, Kingdom Hearts 2, Roxas, level 99 speedrun.
Come on, I'm not that masochistic. Hey, cool people. I'm Nick McCartney. No. I'm Nick McSlyton, I'm a he, him, and today I'm going to show you the fastest way to get Roxas to level 99, both the best route and on which difficulty in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. If you'd like to vote on a future silly name at the beginning of a video, join my Discord, link is in the description. Also, strike the like button, and we'll take our beautiful souls into this video. I don't want another pretty face, I don't want just anyone to hold. So I'll go in day order talking about what we should do and what the possible routes are, then compare them via EXP per second. Also, for test purposes, I did all of this on standard mode. Let's start with day 1. First, we'll talk to the shop owners, Bingus, Bongus, and Boggers, the 3 genders. Then, we'll be forced to choose a weapon to fight Cypher. From left to right, we have the Struggle Wand, the Struggle Hammer, the Struggle Bus, the Struggle Sword. They all give +1 to a stat, magic, defense, exhaustion, and strength, respectively. Roxas can't use magic, so the wand is out, and for reasons I'll explain in a bit, we want to take damage, so Hammer is out. And since no one wants to be on the Struggle Bus, we'll be grabbing the all-the-way right choice, the Struggle Sword, for +1 to strength. Win or lose to Cypher, yes you can lose, then we'll complete the day like normal by chasing down the Muppet Reject. For day 2, we'll do mail delivery once, and then it's over, and we can talk to Hainer. If you want to get +2 to AP, then run mail delivery until you have 1200 money. You don't need to reach the max of 2000 money, but I'm not even going to try to get to 2 AP. I'll be leaving. For day 3, when we enter Station Heights, Roxas will magically be teleported to the Sandlot. We can win or lose to the Dusks here, and then we'll get dropped into the most important choice, Dream Rod, Dream Sword, or Dream Shield. Now, what our choice does is determine our abilities per level up, and the ability we need ASAP as possible is Experience Boost, which gives us double EXP when below half HP. According to KH Guides, Dream Rod gives Experience Boost at level 7, Dream Sword gives it at level 9, and Dream Shield gives it at level 17. So, we're going Dream Rod. Now, okay, technically speaking, we could grab the Dream Sword, since its first ability is Combo Boost at level 7, and second ability is Experience Boost at level 9, which is only 2 levels later than the Dream Rod. However, Combo Boost isn't actually going to be helpful because we'll be almost strictly doing air combos. They're just so much faster, so why would we bother with the floor? If you're curious about air combo boost, it won't be helpful by the time we get it, as we'll already be two-shotting enemies by level 36, 73, or 44, sword, rod, or shield, respective. Let's grab the lucky emblem dildo, Dream Rod, and keep going. After we get the Kingdom Key and defeat the 3 Dusks, we can open this chest and then begin our first potential level grind. We'll enter the next room to find the other guy and start our Station of Calling grind. I know, what an original name. There are 10 Dusks across these 3 stained glass platforms. Each one drops 6 EXP, so we can get 60 EXP per loop. I ran 2 timed loops, so 120 EXP total, once at level 2 and again with Experience Boost at level 7. My route was to run all the way to the top, then fight my way back down because, Roxas runs just slightly faster when he's in combat. And also the timer starts and ends when I entered Station of Calling. So test 1 starting at level 2. 2 loops took me 3 minutes 11 seconds or 191 seconds, so we'll divide 120 EXP by 191 seconds to get our EXP per second, which was 0.62. And special shout out to Namadou7, Namadou, I don't know, for keeping me humble and making sure I'm doing my math right. Now for test 2, starting at level 7, 2 loops took me 4 minutes 26 seconds, that's 266 seconds. And since it's double EXP from Experience Boost, I'll be dividing 240 EXP by 266 seconds, which comes out to 0.9 EXP per second. So there we go! Okay, I know you don't have like a frame of reference if that's good or bad, but shut up, I'll compare them. Don't worry. For the sake of testing consistency, I continued my save from before the grind, so next we'll beat Twilight Thorn and then start day 4. There's actually an immediate grind we can do if we crank our struggle bat in the back alley with Cypher, not sexual. Cypher drops 13 EXP per defeat, and the timer started when I entered the back alley and also ended at the same spot. So for test 3, I did another 2 loops timed, and it took me 1 minute 35 seconds, aka 95 seconds at level 2. So 26 EXP divided by 95 seconds means we get 0.27 EXP per second. Test 4, again 2 loops with experience boost at level 7, took me 1 minute 45 seconds, which is 105 seconds. 52 EXP divided by 105 seconds is 0.49 EPS. So this is a little worse than the Station of Calling grind, but we're not done yet. There's more. As far as the rest of day 4, we just gotta beat Hainer, then beat Vivi, beat the Dusks, then beat Axel, but then we'll intentionally lose to Setzer. We'll get the Metal Accessory, which gives us +1 to Strength, very helpful in the early stages of this grind. Day 5. This is the longest day because it's just running around, but there is another chance to run a test because we can beat up Cypher again. He drops the same EXP as before, but we'll be a little bit stronger, plus I have the data, so I'm going to talk about it. The timer starts and ends when I entered the Sandlot. Test 5 is 2 loops fighting Cypher at level 2. It took 89 seconds. 26 EXP divided by 89 is 0.32 EXP per second, which is a little better than the 0.29 of day 4. Then test 6 at level 7 with experience boost on took 99 seconds to do 2 loops. 52 EXP divided by 99 seconds comes out to 0.52 EPS, which is just a smidge better than day 4, so for the final comparison, we'll just take the day 5 version of Cypher. Anyway, nothing else to note since the 7 wonders of Twilight Town aren't relevant to this grind, so let's move on to the best day of my life, day 6. After we beat the 2 Dusks and 1 Assassin in the back alley, we'll see Axel's Body Language, featuring T-Pain. I have been making Jesse McCartney song references, how kind of you to notice. Now let's return to the usual spot to begin our next grind. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here, let's break it down. Dust drop 9 EXP, Assassins drop 12 EXP, except on Critical where it's 6 and 9 respectively. In the back alley, there's 3 Dusks. In Station Heights, there's 6 Dusks and 1 Assassin. In Tram Common, there's 10 Dusks and 7 Assassins. The Woods has 2 Dusks and 3 Assassins. And the Sandlot also has 3 Dusks. Keep in mind we will not be moving on to the Mansion, because that will close us off from doing this grind. Also, the respawns work a little different than they should. The normal respawn is running 2 rooms away. Like, if we did Back Alley to Station Heights to Sandlot, then Back Alley should have its enemies respawned. But it doesn't. For some reason, we have to run 3 rooms away. For example, we'd have to hit Back Alley, then Station Heights, then Tram Common, then Sandlot, for the Back Alley Dusts to respawn again. Who knows why? So, now we'll talk routes. There's a lot of rooms and infinite options. I have 5. Route 1, beat everything except the Woods. Fairly simple. Route 2, same idea as Route 1, but I skip a few things. Route 3, it's more of a straight line situation. Route 4, the dusk only route. And Route 5, I added in the Woods. I don't love the Woods, because when Assassins group up with other enemies, they tend to commit Seth Rogen. And that's all the Woods is, so I usually avoid it. But I figured for test purposes, I should include it at least once. You may have also noticed with all these loops, I always go to Station Heights from Back Alley. And that's because the nearest Assassin is immediately in Station Heights, which, is the primo enemy for getting knocked down to half HP. Now the question is, what is the EPS of each route? Good question. Starting with level 2 data, looping twice with the timer starting and ending when entering the back alley, these are the outcomes. And next, the outcomes at level 7 with experience boost. So we can see before we reach level 7, just defeating everything except for the Woods is the fastest. And then Route 2 was the fastest with experience boost. Although I will say, the Dusk only route, Route 4, while it wasn't the quickest, was really good for my mental health. Since Dusks drop 4 HP balls that replenish 1 HP each, they aren't going to be doing much healing to us, but Assassins drop 2 big HP balls that replenish like 5 HP each, and it's pretty easy to accidentally pick one up, so the Dusk route, it's just a nice reprieve from all that crap. Now there's one more test we can run. Test 69, hee hee ha ha, the mansion. This route's actually ineligible, because we can't respawn the foyer enemies. Even if we run all the way to the computer room, the only way to get respawns is to reload our data after each loop, which is not conducive for maintaining half HP, as you may have guessed. But alright, I also wanted to know if beating Axel would help. So does it? Does beating Axel help? No. Once Redhead Redemption is beaten, the only spawn is 3 assassins that appear in the boss arena room. We can respawn them if we run back to the White Room or Dining Room, but this is pretty pathetic. Especially when we have the town loops just beforehand, so Mansion is out. Now, let's compare each viable route. At level 2, Station of Serenity was 0.62 EPS, Cypher Sandlot was 0.32 EPS, and Town Route 1 was 1.12 EPS. Then at level 7 with EXP boost, Station of Serenity was 0.9 EPS, Cypher Sandlot was 0.52 EPS, and Town Route 2 was 1.75 EPS. Town was the fastest in both circumstances, Route 1 before level 7 and Route 2 after level 7. And so now we know what to do. But wait, there's more! Eventually we'll be able to two-shot each enemy, speeding up our grind immensely. And no, there's no one-shots. So what we need to know is when do we start two-shotting? Well, the when is actually dependent on our difficulty. So let's discuss. Let's start with the differences between difficulties. Setting the standard, we have standard. It has no buffs or nerfs, everything is just what it is. But on beginner, the player gets times 1.5 to damage dealt, and takes half damage compared to standard mode. So the times 1.5 damage makes it so we two-shot soonest, but the trade-off is, it'll take a bit more time to get to half health during our grind. On proud mode, the player takes double damage, so, it's easier to get to half health, but like standard mode, will take the longest to reach two-shot. And on critical, the player does times 1.25 damage, takes double damage, but also receives 75% of EXP gained compared to the other difficulties. So we'll get 2 shots second soonest, have the benefit of getting to half HP faster, but also on critical mode our EXP is decreased, which is a problem if we want to level up fast. Not to be too critical, haha, but So when do we start two-shotting enemies? Well, on beginner we need a minimum of 16 strength, which we achieve at level 18. To get there from level 7 takes 8,194 EXP, which took me 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 20 seconds. Yep, put a pin in that, it'll be relevant later. On standard we need at least 22 strength, which we won't receive until level 30, which takes 54,865 total EXP. Proud mode requires the same amount as well, and that took approximately 7.5 hours on standard and just over 7 hours on proud. Then on critical mode, we need at least 18 strength, available at level 22. Which takes 17,838 EXP and takes 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 48 seconds. So now that we know how long it takes, I can kill myself. No, instead, we need to determine our EPS per difficulty now that we can two-shot enemies. On beginner, I got 2.9 EPS. Standard was 2.92 EPS, Proud mode was 3.24 EPS, and Critical was 2.24 EPS. Now we just need to take the full EXP to get to level 99, which is 2,881,715 EXP, and subtract out our two-shot starting points. So for beginner, at level 18 we accumulated 8,814 total EXP. Subtracting that, we get 2,872,901 EXP remaining. Then 2.9 times 60 times 60 is 10,451.6 EXP per hour. And 2,872,901 EXP divided by 10,451.6 EPH equals 274 hours, 52 minutes, 12 seconds. There's still more. We'll add the time it takes to get to level 18. So take that pin out now. 1 hour, 3 minutes, 20 seconds from level 7, plus 8 minutes, 12 seconds for the grind to reach level 7, becomes 1 hour, 11 minutes, 32 seconds. And so, on beginner, it will take us a grand total of 276 hours, 3 minutes, 44 seconds. But keep in mind, these estimations are based off perfect runs once we reach the 2-shot point, meaning this is the fastest, or near fastest, we could potentially go to reach level 99 if we never went above half HP and didn't have to eat, sleep, or poop. On standard, it will take 268 hours, 16 minutes, 48 seconds, plus 7 hours, 37 minutes, and 20 seconds to get from level 2 to level 30, which is a grand total of 275 hours, 54 minutes, 8 seconds, basically an hour longer than beginner mode. On proud, it will take 242 hours, 6 minutes, 36 seconds, plus 7 hours, 8 minutes, 24 seconds to grind from 2 to 30, meaning a grand total of 249 hours and 15 minutes. And lastly, the moment we've all been reptilian for, if you know you know, critical mode. After taking 3 hours, 13 minutes, and 47 seconds to reach level 22, we end up with a grand total of 258 hours, 38 minutes, and 11 seconds. Meaning, our best option for grinding to level 99 as Roxas is proud mode. Even with the 7-hour grind to do max damage, that double damage received without an EXP debuff is what ends up saving us the most time. So our final route, start the game on proud mode. Day 1 we select the struggle sword. Day 2 we do mail delivery once, then talk to Hainer. You can get the 1200 money for +2 AP if you want. Day 3 we pick up the dream rod. Day 4 we do normally, but remember to lose the Setzer to get the metal accessory. Day 5 we do normally, and Day 6 we do Town Loop 1 until level 7, then Town Loop 2 until level 99. And as a quick tip, I found it easier to avoid picking up the assassin's HP balls if I defeated them with my first or second hit, as opposed to the finisher. Also, remember that Route 4, the Dusk Route, can be a nice mental health break, and if you're running this challenge, you're all about mental health. Thanks for watching! Special thanks to Unbound for voicing my subconscious as well as suggesting this video. I hope everyone enjoyed. Remember to stay hydrated, you masochistic bitches. Goodbye!